I need that money. I really do. I need that money. Pay my bills. The coronavirus test, if you have health insurance, is like $300 to $500. If you don't, it's like $1,600. What the fuck? All right, Exultia. PWT, cheers 50 bits. I'll trade you bits for toilet paper.
Look, you and me on the Charles River. I could die right now, Glenn. I'm just happy. I've never felt that before.
Shit. So if you're gonna be an asshole, you're gonna be treated like an asshole. You're gonna be shown the door. What do I do? I don't want any drama in the stream chat. I'm a pussy. Are you gonna just complain all night? Just leave then. Tiger, tiger, row, 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 tiger, row, row. I'm playing a woodwind instrument. I'm Japanese. I want to watch some faggot insult some homo.
$16.51 from PayPal. $110.09 from PayPal.
Snort, snort.
The first flame quickly fades.
Today's been incredibly slow.
Tiny flames will dance across the darkness.
Have some salt. Look how dumb they are. The best way to help me out right now and contribute is by tipping me, because right now I'm really in a bad situation financially, so all your tips are going straight to bills. I don't have money to do it. 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 I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked. And you are done. Do you want to play the fucking game? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Someone please shut up this dude and don't be that moron.
I'm going to the platform. All employees, repeat, all employees, repeat, I am one of all employees.
Stop this!
I am one of all employees.
Blah 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 blah.
I'm going to the platform. All employees, 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 all
What an idiot. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. I'm a pussy. My laugh sounds like ack, ack, ack. So when I laugh and I go, or does that sound like ack, 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 ack? No, it sounds nothing like that at all. The Ziggy Piggy's back. Alrighty,
Are you a
everyone.
functional retard?
Hello,
I have to ask.
and welcome back.
Go.
to regularly scheduled streams here on DSP Gaming. It's been a while. It's been over a week since we had some semblance of normality here. Today is Thursday, the 7th of April, 2022. And I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here back to DSP Gaming for normal stuff.
You're supposed to be following the
See,
game, following the fun
birthday
gameplay, and chilling and
festivities
relaxing with me.
have ended. But it's all good. It was a fun week. It was a fun week to have those special decorations behind me. Thank you to everyone who yesterday attended the Birthday Bash 40th birthday marathon event. We'll talk a little bit about that in a bit because I'd like you to know my thoughts about that. And it was a good one. Although, admittedly, the big annoyance last week was that I had to take time away from my streams to work on my taxes, which wasn't one, not two, but 3 separate days when I could only stream once rather than doing my normal schedule. And yeah, it was a pain. It was annoying as hell, first of all. As you guys know, I like to be consistent. I like to have a set schedule. Not having that, it definitely annoyed me. It annoyed you because you didn't get to see Skyrim last week, right? At all. There was no Skyrim last week because of it. And number 2, honestly, yeah, it set me back. I'm doing double streams for a reason. This is a business. And not doing that for several days out of necessity.
Now, this shocks me.
Yeah, it sucked. Okay? But what are you going to do, right? It's life. We're past it, and we're now at a point where we can move forward positively. Because there's good stuff. We've got full-time streams back. We got new releases
I need
coming in.
that money. I
Going
really
to
do.
the
I need
rotation.
that
That's
money.
going to be really
Pay my
exciting.
bills.
So, I'm excited for this coming week, as well as the rest of April, which I would like to call Boring Month. Because there's absolutely nothing going on in the realm of game releases this month. Like, seriously, this is the deadest month after having 2 insanely jam-packed, overloaded, so many games in a short period of time, and especially lengthy ones that there's no possible way that you could actually play and finish them all within that time frame kind of a deal. April is freaking dead. We seriously have, like, 1 major release that I'm interested in playing right now. There's another release that's kind of more of a chill kind of a deal. It's under Game Pass that I'm going to put into the rotation likely this week, and we'll talk about, well, not this week, but this month. We'll talk about that in a moment. There is really not a lot going on in April, all right? The good news about that is that we can play some catch-up with stuff that you guys have wanted to see. It's going to be tough to determine now even what to put into the schedule because there's been so much that either has been skipped over or I played and then I never got back to. So it's going to be interesting, challenging, but it should still be a really fun month, I feel. Okay? So, excellent. And let's talk about the schedule for the next week before we even begin with anything. Then we'll reminisce a little bit about the 40th anniversary. I keep saying anniversary. Why do I keep saying 40th anniversary? That's so weird. The 40th birthday bash that I did yesterday. I want to talk all about it because I had a lot of fun during that event. And I want to let you guys know what happened during it. Kind of recap, and then we're going to talk about kind of like the future. All right, so let's talk about the schedule today. Elden Ring is the main gameplay stream, which is excellent. I get to play it as a major chunk, and at this point, is there stuff left to do in the capital city? Apparently, there's a few odds and ends I missed. Right now, I was heading into an optional area that I'm now finding out I basically shouldn't even do yet because you need to complete an NPC quest line that I did not complete yet. So you can't get to the end of it. So what's the point of doing it if I'm not going to be able to do it? I'm just going to get stuck. Okay? So maybe if it's worth it, at one point I'll go back and I'll do the NPC quest line. I guess I missed a doorway that would have led to that Divine Bridge shortcut that we saw many, many, many hours ago. And that would lead to the lift, and that would lead to a teleportation, and maybe to something else interesting, so we could look for that. And then we leave the capital city, like that's it. You leave it via the East Gate, which you already found, and you basically go out to the open world, and now you're in a whole new area of the game. We're done. We beat it. Now, the thing is, I completely skipped Volcano Manor because I was told two things. I was told, number one, that Volcano Manor has a legacy dungeon, and it's very fun, and it's interesting to do. But I was also told that Volcano Manor has an NPC quest line that has to do with assassinations and invasions, and I can't do that quest line unless I've actually beaten the capital city, because I guess some of those assassinations were past the city. Okay? So I was told, yeah, Volcano Manor is fun to do, and you could beat it right now, but if you do, you lock yourself out of the NPC quest line. You can't see the story. Okay? And so I'm kind of like, well, that sucks, right? That really stinks. I don't want to do it then. Let's wait. So now, as of today, it looks like we'll open the gate. We'll be able to pass through and get to the easternmost portion of the map. And if that's the case, then likely what we'll end up doing is going back to Volcano Manor. I think that makes more sense. Rather than going on to all the new areas of the game that I'm going to be, tackling new challenges and new locations, go back to what I missed. I don't want to miss out on Volcano Manor, okay? By the way, I did a little bit of research into those heroes' graves. I found out they're terrible. Remember, I found 3 of them now?
And now
They're
I'm
basically
fucked.
optional dungeons that are more complicated versions of the optional grindy dungeons you find all throughout the game. And literally, they're kind of a waste of time unless you actually know what's in there and there's a good item for your build. Like, one of them apparently is a stupid, kind of a redo. Remember early on in the game, in the very first place you start,
Just
there's
miserable.
a sword key door. You open it, and it's that area where there's a ramp, and on the ramp there's those robots going up and down with the spikes. And you have to do all this platforming to dodge the robots. When you get down to the bottom, there's a stupid putrid tree boss, and you get a golden seed, and that's really it. There's not much to it. So basically, one of them is like exactly like that, only there's lava in it. And if you get to the end, there's another item that I'll probably never use. And it's like, this game has too much content that's kind of a waste of time. I like looking at it all and doing it all, but at the same time, now I've gotten to a point in the playthrough where I'm almost 90 hours in, and it's almost like, maybe I need to start picking and choosing what I'm doing. And I hate to say that because at first my whole mentality was, let's wholeheartedly take on everything in the game. And now it's kind of like, well, let's wholeheartedly
How is this
take
fair?
on the legacy style dungeons. I don't want to miss out on any of those available in the game. But as for these grindy side things, I don't know about this. They take me so long, and they're such a waste of time. They really do feel like a complete waste of time at this point. Maybe the exception being the mining caves, because at least those you're going to get the smithing stones. And I'm strongly considering taking up another weapon, just for variety's sake, because I've been using now this tree spear for a while. And maybe I want to do something different. Like, maybe I'll take up that, like, I've been talking to you guys about the Erd Tree Avatars Club thing, so that you get the butt stomp special attack and stuff like that.
Blah,
So,
blah, 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 blah,
I don't
blah,
know.
blah, blah, blah,
But I don't
blah,
want to skip
blah,
it
blah,
Volcano
blah,
Manor.
blah,
Everyone's
blah,
telling me that's
blah,
unique.
blah,
Some people
blah,
hate it,
blah,
apparently.
blah, blah, blah,
People say it's
blah,
really
blah,
annoying and just a pain in the ass. While others are like, nah, Volcano Manor's fun. You should do it. So we'll see. But let's see how it goes today. Like I said, I think I want to backtrack a little bit, see what I missed, because apparently I did miss a way to get to the Divine Bridge. And then I want to, leave the city via the East Gate, see what's out there, maybe for a little bit, and then maybe say, okay, time to go back to Volcano Manor, and let's actually do that quest line now, and do the dungeon and all of that. Okay?
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
That's what I'm thinking.
What happened to
Today.
doing all the content in the game?
Cool. Now, continuing on. Tonight, on the late stream, yes, there will be a late stream tonight. It will be the continuation of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'm excited for this. Yesterday, we only got to play it for about an hour at the end of my birthday marathon stream. We did do some good progress. We beat, I think, 2 to 3 stages and a bunch of optional challenges and got some upgrades done. but we definitely didn't finish the stage. And actually, from what I'm to understand, this particular world is different from the others. All the others, it's been like, okay, there's like maybe 4 or 5 normal stages and a boss fight and a bunch of challenge runs, okay? This one, apparently the end of it, the boss fight is a huge story development in the game that takes like an hour. It's super lengthy and important and interesting. So if that's the case, I'm actually glad, excuse me, I'm actually glad that we will have a chance to give it the time it deserves so we don't have to interrupt it. You see what I'm saying? So we'll see, all right? So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too for a full day of gameplay streaming, all right? Tomorrow, we're doing something fresh and new and fun, and I'm excited for this. A new game playthrough. I hope this one, honestly, will catch on, because the last time I played a new game 2 weeks ago, it didn't catch on. I played Ghostwire Tokyo 2 weeks ago. Hallelujah, it's done. I beat it yesterday during the marathon. We'll talk about that in a moment when I recap the marathon. Fun! A game that I liked and definitely had some viewer base, but did not catch on, and everyone complained about it. So, we're moving on to something new. Okay? Alright? Something new. Tomorrow, it will be the premiere of the new release for this week, the big one. Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Right here on the main gameplay stream. To give you guys a little bit of background about what this game is, okay? It's a game that covers the story of all 9 main Star Wars movies. The original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the recent trilogy. What's interesting about this is I watched the hell out of the original trilogy, and I think it's a really great trilogy, albeit Return of the Jedi is a little campy.
Kevin's fault.
So fun. The prequel trilogy I've seen a couple times, and I don't really like it that much. I think that Revenge of the Sith is a decent movie. Attack of the Clones is okay.
Super Hound's fault.
I don't want to talk about the Phantom Menace, okay? And then, the most recent trilogy. I never even finished it. I never saw the last movie. Okay? So, the difference between this and previous Star Wars games is that previous Star Wars games, although they kind of told the story of Star Wars, didn't really take the narrative seriously. It was more like, okay, did you ever see the Family Guy episodes where they tackle things like Star Wars and shit like that, where it's kind of like a parody of what it's supposed to be? That's essentially what the Lego games always were. Yes, you're playing through the story of Star Wars or the story of Indiana Jones or the story of whatever it's supposed to be, but it's more like a campy joke as opposed to taking it seriously to retell the story. Apparently, this game actually does retell the story pretty well, but also adds in all kinds of interesting new gameplay elements. Apparently, there's a serious combat engine in the game. It's not just mashing buttons anymore. There's actual combat in the game. People who are playing it are essentially saying they love it, that each movie constitutes about 5 stages, okay? And if you do the math, that's 45 stages in the game, and then apparently there may be some secret stuff as well. It's kind of like a lengthy retelling of the Star Wars saga with Legos and with building and with some puzzles and challenges, and of course, always in Lego, there's collectathon style stuff, right? But the truth of the matter is apparently that people really love the game. They're shocked that it's this good. They had no idea it would be this good. Although, there's all these horror stories about how Telltale Games, yes, I know there's 2 Telltale game companies, that this company apparently went through insane amount of crunch in order to finish this game, because the game is so ambitious for a Lego game. They've never done anything like this with the Lego game before. So it's great, but it's also like at what cost, right? Anyway, so apparently, the game is outstanding. And I was balancing other things that I could do also along with the Lego game. But since the game is new, makes sense to play it right now while it's hot. I have not done anything Star Wars related in a very long time. So it would actually be cool to maybe be re-immersed in the Star Wars universe for the first time in so long. And I think it's just going to be fun. I hope that you guys will check it out. All right? Now, admittedly, I know what's going to happen. There's going to be some people who are going to say, it's a Lego game. Oh, it's for kids. I'm not watching that. Well, fine. Come and watch Elden Ring, and I don't want to hear your whining. Because we usually did the same fucking thing when I was playing Ghostwire. Oh, this game is open world and boring. It's not Elden Ring. I don't care. I'm not just playing Elden Ring constantly. Seriously, I'm not an Elden Ring streamer. I'm not a fucking FromSoft focused streamer, and I hate the whining. I'm tired of banning people. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of banning the whiners. I've had enough. Why am I toxic? Okay? So, listen. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. Alright? However, you'll probably go watch a Fortnite streamer for 27 hours, but you can't watch Lego Star Wars. I know how it is. You're an idiot. It's rising to toxicity. Do not come and complain that I'm playing Lego Star Wars tomorrow. Okay? I think it's going to be a really chill, fun time. Now, here's the thing. Some people have said, oh, it looks like a great game for chill streams. Alright, fair enough. But, let's play it as the main stream and let's see what happens. Alright? Let's give it a shot as a main gameplay stream. We can play it for the week, alternating with Elden Ring, see how it does. If after like a week of doing that, we all collectively determine, man, the game is good, but maybe it really isn't good as a mainstream, we could always rotate it out and do something different. All right, there's a lot of other things we could be doing during the daytime, but I want to give Lego a shot. Lego Star Wars, that is. Okay? So let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see. Fair enough? All right. I'm excited for this tomorrow. I really am. And I hope that you guys will continue to check out the variety of the streams now that we're back to variety, because I'm back to full-time streaming. All right. So anyway. Oh, Kagome says, what platform am I playing on? Honestly, I don't know. Is there a difference? Does it really matter if you play Lego on PlayStation 5 or Xbox? I mean, I don't have anything to really give me incentive to play on either platform. I don't have any credits on either digital marketplace. That's not a factor. I'm sure with a game like this, the controls aren't going to be that big of a deal. I guess you could argue surround sound. I would get true surround sound on the Xbox as opposed to the PS5, but is even that really that big of a deal for a game like this? You know what I mean? I don't know. I actually don't know. What do you guys think, I guess? I guess that's the question. The question would be, what do you guys think
my balls?
would be
I
a
says
good
that
option
I
for
am
this,
cat
right?
and I liking my balls.
What do you think? Does anyone have any idea if there's any difference between the versions, or if it's, you know what I mean? If I don't get any input on this over the course of today, I'm just gonna buy one arbitrarily tonight. I might not even care to just buy it. Fuck it, and just install it. I don't think it's really a big deal. Okay. All right. So today's been incredibly slow. That's tomorrow's mainstream new game. Tomorrow night, it is the return of Friday Night Fights. The return of old school Street Fighter fun to the streams. It's been 2 weeks since we did old school Street Fighter, and it's been a long time since we actually had it on a Friday night like it's supposed to be. All right? I'm happy to have it come back to the rotation. We only have about 2 months left with this game. Reason being, coming in June is the new Capcom Fighting Collection, which is going to feature a new version of Street Fighter 2 called Hyper Street Fighter 2 from back in 2006. This is a game that I played in tournaments and won major tournaments in. Okay? So I'm excited for this upcoming game. Plus, it has Darkstalkers in it as well, which is a game I haven't played in a long time. It is a fun fighting game from Capcom. But effectively, once that comes out, that's going to kill any of the attention that the 30th Anniversary Collection is getting, especially because it'll be a 4-year-old game by then. All right? So that being said, we are basically kind of like the last hurrah to see what's going to happen here with Street Fighter. But I'm excited. I like playing it every week, sharing my knowledge with all of you, and I hope that you will join me tomorrow night for that. Okay? Then over the weekend, it will be an alternation between Elden Ring and Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Boom, 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 over the weekend. The night streams will then be Saturday night Skyrim, Sunday Kirby, and probably heading into the end game, but probably not finishing it yet. And then Monday night, maybe more Skyrim to end the streaming week. And as of now, Tuesday is currently my day off for the coming week. All right? So we still have 5 more streaming days, including today. Full streaming days this week. Okay? Cool. I'm excited for that. I'm happy. I hope you guys will chill with me, over the course of this week. All right? Now, what else could be going on later this month? Here's some ideas. Once Kirby is completed, we're going to have a free spot at night. There's many games that can slide into that late night chill spot. We can start up MLB The Show 22, which just came out on Game Pass, and we could do that as a chill stream. Usually when I play that game, it's 100% talking and interaction with you guys as I try to play baseball and suck. So that's up to you if you want to see that added to the rotation. I'd be willing to put it in there and just interact with you guys. It would be a nice late night discussion stream, basically. Or We could go back to other Game Pass games, such as Serious Sam 4, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. Maybe what we could do is alternate. Go through those different Game Pass games and play them every once in a while, maybe 1 or 2 a week, and alternate between them. We could do that for late night chill stream stuff. Or we could go back to Dying Light 2. We have a million options at this point. This last 2 months have really gone crazy. You know, they really have. No, WWE is not going to be a night stream, so that's why we're not talking about it. There you go. Okay. So there you go. We'll see what happens over the course of the month. What you guys feel like doing, what I feel like doing. But we got tons of content. This is a month, even though there's essentially nothing new really going on outside of Lego Star Wars. All right? There will still be tons of new content to cover here on the streams for variety purposes. Good stuff? Okay. Cool. Now, one thing I would like to draw everyone's attention to before we get on to talking about yesterday's birthday marathon and then talking about some news and stuff is this right here. As you can see, since the month started a week ago, we have made some progress towards hitting the monthly goal for subscribers. For members, all right? We jumped about 20 because we actually started off at like the 340s, all right? This is good progress. However, it's slow progress. And if you guys want to see the really unique goal that I am promising I need that money, which is my bills. We hit 400 members at any point during April. We are going to do a special live reaction stream to a video people have asked me to talk about for over 5 years since the day it was created. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole Dark Side Phil. It outlines my history from my very early days as a content creator all the way through early 2017, all right? It has my highs, my lows, all kinds of stuff. Is it made to be kind of a drama video? Honestly, no. When you actually watch it, you realize it's more like a documentary, although admittedly, it does focus quite a lot on things such as the falls rather than the successes, all right? And people have asked me to react to it over the years, and I always said, nah, I'm not going to bother. I just make positive content. But at this point, as I explained to you guys, I can't think of any other ideas of things to do to make people become members of this channel because there's just not enough features available on YouTube for value. For $4, you still get a ton of features like getting a crown next to your name to show how long you've been a supporter, access to all of my emotes, ignoring slow mode, a highlighted name, both in the stream chat and in comments on YouTube, priority access for when we do things like Ask the King, which, by the way, now that we're through the non-stop crazy amount of new releases, Ask the King will absolutely take place in April. I don't know when yet. Obviously not this week. Probably not next week. But maybe around the 3rd week of April, we're going to do Ask the King. Finally. It was supposed to happen way back in like late February, early March. It finally makes sense to get to it now. Okay, so it will happen this month. But anyway, that being said, since I've never done anything like this before, doing something like this is completely and utterly outside of my comfort zone. All right? I feel like I have a lot to add. I've watched the video, and I'm like, wow, okay, I remember that. Man, cringeworthy shit that I did. Wow, I'm embarrassed, and I'd like to maybe comment a little bit on that and what was going through my mind at the time and how different things are now and how different things are, you know, as a person, as a content creator. And then there's other things that I watch, and I'm like, well, that's completely wrong. But that was the common misconception. Everyone believed that. But that wasn't true. But here we are many years later, and now I can actually comment on those things because they're long in the past. You see? So, I would absolutely love to do this. But I need incentive for people to become members on this channel. If this isn't incentive enough, then I actually don't know what else I could possibly do. I've tried doing as much positive stuff as I could do on this channel within my means, and it doesn't work. I tried doing different kinds of marathons, special events.
What do I do?
Even doing directly what you asked for. Like you said, have Viewer's Choice come back. We did that. Still, it doesn't get people to become a member of the channel. Okay? So, and by the way, allow me to say this. This does not mean you guys don't support the channel at all. It's the opposite. You guys are supporting this channel amazingly. Engagement. Yesterday, holy shit, the most engaged stream I've ever done on YouTube. The amount, super chats, super stickers, tips on every stream, they're good. I have no complaints in that regard. It's just this members thing.
What do
that-
I do?
that I can't get over this hurdle because YouTube just won't improve it. They won't give anyone a good incentive. They won't allow there to be good enough features. You know what I'm saying?
Stop this!
So that being said, all right, this basically is the best I can do is something outside of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought hard about what would possibly be something different, something unique that people might want to see. And I figured this could be it. All right? And if this, like I said, if this doesn't work, then I can't make members grow on this channel. It's just not possible. It sucks because I had a ton of members, or excuse me, I should say subscribers over on Twitch. And they went away, and that is consistent support that I don't get anymore, that I wish I could get back, but I can't just make people become a member when there's no features to being a member here because they don't put any effort into streaming on YouTube. They need to refocus their efforts on streamers here on their site, or they will never.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Twitch or anybody.
He
else.
made over a grand yesterday,
Anyway.
BTW.
So that being said, please consider being a member. If you're not a member, you are missing out on a lot of cool features, and you're missing out on this special event. All right. By the way, as I said, if we do this special event and it ends up working out, you guys like it, it's successful, we could do other similar things in the future as well. But this is a good starting point of trying something completely new. All right. But we got to hit the goal for it to happen. Please consider becoming a member. If you
They
have
said,
not,
Phil, we contribute to you.
Still
but it always seems like it's a black hole.
35,
Because it
34
always seems
more
like no matter
needed.
how much we contribute,
With
you're
the
always
amount of
still
people we got on this stream
having
every
problems. You're
day,
always still in debt, and
hundreds.
nothing's getting better.
The amount of people who
I
watch
agree
my
with you.
videos on this channel a day, thousands. I'm not kidding. Watch the views on the videos. Watch the overall views on the channel. We definitely, there's not 300 people who watch my content. That's not correct. Every day, there's more than that. On just the videos I upload, there's more than that. So there's definitely potential there for growth. All right? Okay. Eternal says, well, what does YouTube lack that Twitch has? Oh my God. Are you ready? Number one, you can't use your emotes on anyone else's channel. That's a giant reason to subscribe on Twitch. I like the emotes from this channel, but I want to go to watch someone else and use them and be funny or whatever. Can't do that over here. What a giant detriment. Seriously, what a giant detriment that is. Because that's really a selling point for a lot of people. Okay? That's number one. Number two, there is no ability to give extra stuff to subscribers, to members, like you can with subscribers on Twitch. And I'll give you some examples. On Twitch, when someone is a subscriber for a certain length of time, you can grant them special abilities. Like you can give them a special emote that only they can use because they've been an ongoing supporter and subscriber for so long. You can't do that here. They don't have subscriber, like special subscriber type only emotes. It doesn't exist. They have those kind of features over on Twitch. And I used to have those. People used to use the different tiered emotes and stuff for being a sub for a longer period
If I
of
could get
time.
down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera,
Of
I
course.
would do it.
There's also one huge thing. There's no Amazon Prime here. Over on Twitch, there's a program called the Amazon Prime Twitch Prime tie-in program. A lot of people use Amazon Prime because Amazon Prime is a program that, number one,
I
you
need
get
that
free
money. I
two-day
really do.
shipping
I
on
need
anything
that money.
you order on
My
Amazon.
bills.
And number two, you get access to their entire giant video on-demand catalog, television shows, movies, original series. If you're already part of that program, you get a free Twitch sub. YouTube has nothing like that. Why don't they make it so that if you buy the YouTube premium subscription, so there's no
I
ads
love
on
Hulk
YouTube,
Hogan's
you get a
dick.
free Twitch YouTube sub to a channel that streams, right? It's a no-brainer. It's a literal copy-paste from what Twitch does. They don't do it. It's just dumb. It doesn't make any effing sense at all. And then, of course, the other thing the other elephant in the room, there's no gifted memberships. Over on Twitch, gifted memberships is huge. Oh, I want to help the channel. I'll drop a bomb of gifted memberships to random viewers. Or I have friends who I interact with every day on a stream. I gift memberships to them. There's like a ton of missed opportunities between
Have some salt?
Twitch and YouTube just needs to basically copy what they do, and they refuse to do it. So there you go. All right. So anyway, yeah, guys, I will keep talking about this for the rest of the month. Now that we're past the birthday and everything, I'm going to start talking about this for the rest of the month. Yes, I will push for this month, but I'm going to be very honest with you. If we don't make it this month, you may not even hear me talking about memberships anymore unless they change them. Because I don't see the point in pushing something like this that you guys just don't see value in with what YouTube makes available and the type of content creator that I am. If I was an on-demand content creator and not a full-time live streamer, and I was doing exclusive edited series only for on-demand viewers, then maybe there'd be some added features that I could add to this. I'm not, and I'm not going to be. That's not who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am as a content creator to try to push some memberships out. That's ridiculous, okay? So let's see what happens this month. I hope you will consider becoming a member, if not just to support the channel in general, to let this channel grow, to try to get back to where I was on Twitch a freaking year ago when I got kicked out of the partnership for absolutely no valid reason. That's just alone you would think that there'd be people, and I think that's probably why most people are members right now, because they're like, we just want to help Phil. We don't even care about the features. But now there's incentive, okay? There's definitely incentive, you know, to do it, to make this special event happen, okay? Okay. All right. All right, let's continue on. So, yesterday was my big 40th birthday bash.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
All right. For those
Guys,
of you who were not
please become
here,
a
you
member
did
on
miss out.
YouTube
Man,
and
we
get
did a
nothing
lot,
you would get on
okay?
Twitch.
Pre-stream
Sounds
podcast was
good.
one of the lengthiest
By the way,
podcasts I ever
down
did.
pointing finger,
Mostly because
down
tons of
pointing
people
finger,
kept,
down pointing
you
finger,
know, giving me
down
birthday
pointing
wishes and
finger,
supporting the
down
stream.
pointing finger.
Okay? I did a big reminiscing segment when I was a kid, being at my godmother's 40th birthday party, and how her kids teased her about turning 40 at the time, and I look at myself at 40 and how different I feel like my life is from how hers was back then. And, you know, talking about my feelings about where I am in my life in the future, I'm not going to go into that today because I already did yesterday. There's no point in reiterating myself. But if you want to see any of that and you missed out on that yesterday, all those videos are archived right here on DSP Gaming. All right. What did we do during the course of the day? First of all, we finished Ghostwire Tokyo. It took about 2 hours. But we did the final meaningful side content of the game that was story-based. Okay. And then we finished the game. Now, my overall thoughts about the game, of course, I talked about in the credits. But for those who aren't going to watch it, I'll summarize. Okay. Ghostwire Tokyo is a unique feeling game, all right, that does sadly get pretty repetitive about halfway through and ends up being not as fun as it potentially could have been because it feels like they either ran out of ideas, time, or both. All right? When you're wandering through Shibuya, Tokyo, and you're seeing the whole, like, city set up the way it is and how cool it is, because there's different boroughs. There's parts that are more like bigger buildings and shopping district with giant neon signs and stores everywhere. Then you head into a park area where it's all kinds of, you know, nice trees and shrines and things. Then you head into the more residential district where it's smaller buildings where people live and lots and things like that. One of the coolest parts of the game, right off the bat, you can start climbing buildings and hovering all over the place, which is really neat. Of course, there's no people. There's just ghosts everywhere. Enemies that you have to fight. Like yokai, demons that you can find and interact with. It's a pretty interesting concept, and I would say the visuals are some of its strongest points. Okay? And not only is the main plot kind of interesting, but also there's all these unique side stories all throughout the city that really don't tie into the main plot, but are still equally interesting. You know, a house is possessed, and apparently people who go near it get sucked into a black hole. What's going on? Go inside and exorcise the house, right? There's a yokai spirit playing pranks on people. Go in there and figure out what's going on with the yokai spirit, right? And they're all different. They all feel like little unique side story, sub-stories, all right? And that's good. That's actually good. I like that. There's variety in the game. And there's a lot of content in this game, too. Big open map. It opens up even more the more you play. You cleanse these shrines in the city, which opens up the map even more and allows you to traverse even further, okay? The problem, in my opinion, with Ghostwire Tokyo is that you play it for about 10 hours, and you've essentially seen the game. Outside of a few unique boss fights that do take place near the end of the game, you've seen everything once you unlock all the combat styles and all of the talismans. You have a weapon wheel that has 3 combat styles, wind, fire, and water. And then you get talismans that will do certain things to the ghosts, like stun them, weaken them, distract them, or give you cover so you can sneak by them, okay? Once you got all this, you've got everything. The game never changes the combat system. You don't get anything else. The game never really challenges you any further. It's just, tougher enemies. So just keep tossing down talismans, pounding them with the abilities. Tossing, pounding, block. It's basic. It works
If I could get
early
down on my
on.
hands